but right now we have to look at technology as well because lots of earnings have come in on the mid-cap tech side. Let's look at how Zensar has done. Slightly mixed. Revenue growth has come in higher than estimates, but the margin contraction issue is a bit of a pressure point because we've seen just a little over 300 basis points contraction. Ajay Bhutoria, MD and CEO of Zensar, is with us. Ajay, good morning. Thanks for being with us, and season's greetings to you, first of all. Can you break down the top line growth? It's very strong. Can you tell us how much has come in from the organic route first up?
Sure. So, we've had a really strong quarter from a revenue perspective. The total revenue has been about 141.9 million, which is in constant currency at 12.3% growth. Of this, 6.4% is organic, which, by the way, in constant currency, 6.4% is the strongest quarter that we've had in the last 6 years. So last quarter was strong for us. This quarter has been, from a top line perspective, even stronger than the one we had last time.
Okay, and do you get the sense that that this kind of growth, I'm talking about the organic growth, is it here to stay?
Definitely. So what we've seen is organic and inorganic together, right? And even if we focus on the organic part of the business, it has been broad-based. So the growth has come across all the geographies, all the verticals, and all the service lines. And this momentum that we see in our business is here to stay, is our feeling. We're very confident of the growth that we've seen.
Okay. Ajay, hi, good morning. So momentum is here to stay, but the big problem that the industry has been facing, especially in the last few quarters, is high attrition. Your attrition levels have also inched up to almost 23.2%, despite giving 2 wage hikes. What is the reason for this, and how do you plan to control it?
Sure. So we are in an environment that is extremely demand rich, but at the same time highly supply constrained. And as you had mentioned, right, this is an industry-wide attrition issue, and it's not just in India; it's global. Only that in India the problem is exacerbated; it's magnified. And Zensar, we've had our own share of attrition. Our last 12-month attrition stands at 23.2%. So there is a massive effort which is underway within our firm to address this issue. And there are 3 broad areas in which we are addressing. The first thing is comp. So we've had unprecedented hike for our associates. We've had 2 this calendar year. Now, of course, it is performance-based. Of course, it is skill-based. But it is unprecedented. We've had 2 hikes. The second thing is we're completely refocusing and reorienting ourselves in terms of how we look at career progression for our folks. Third thing is engagement, be it top-down engagement, be it how we train our managers to engage and to create a sense of belonging in this hybrid work environment. There's a lot of effort that's going on in that direction. And then, most importantly, how do we plug the demand-supply gap? And towards that, again, 3 initiatives that we are taking. The first is we are significantly cranking up our organic engine. That's number 1. Number 2 is, and this I guess is something that everybody's doing, is we are really enhancing our lateral hiring process. And the third thing is a very concerted effort that we are making towards expanding our delivery locations, both in India and nearshore.
Ajay, hi, good morning. Margins sequentially were down about 310 basis points, came in at about 15.4%. Could you talk to us? You've in the past said that the investments which you need to make will keep profitability under some pressure. Is that continuing? Can you provide us with a roadmap for margins from here?
Sure, definitely. So yes, there has been softness in margin, and it is driven primarily due to increase in cost of delivery. There are 2 components that has resulted in this increase in cost of delivery. Number 1 is that to support the growth that we've seen in the quarter, the cost of new recruitment, the cost of new hires has significantly gone up, and this has dented our cost of delivery. The second thing that we have seen is, in order to address the attrition issues, in order to address what is happening with the industry, in order to address this demand-supply mismatch, we've had to significantly increase our wage hikes. And this resulting increase in cost of delivery has dented our margins. Our gross margins came down, our EBITDA came down. Now, in terms of how we are addressing it, we are driving 3 measures, right? The first one, like I mentioned, was very, very significant investment in our organic talent engine, number one. Number two is continued focus on right-shoring, right? And the third one is, just to reiterate, we are expanding our delivery locations, both in India. We are opening satellite centers in India so that we can increase the catchment for talent. And we are very significantly focused on expanding our nearshore facilities, be it Eastern Europe or some of the other geographies.
Okay. All right, Ajay, we'll leave it on that note then for now. Thank you very much for giving us some sense on the business, and have a good festive season. That is the word from Zensar. We'll take a very quick break. Lots of other earnings to analyze.